many gladiators were slaves. A good way to make some money was to rent out a promising, strong, young gladiator, young man to be trained as a gladiator, and then you could get some of the prize money that he won in the amphitheater. I think probably the majority of gladiators were slaves and came into the business that way. But there were free men who wanted to do it for the kicks. There were some women who wanted to become gladiators, it seems. I think the most common myth about gladiators I come across is that they're condemned criminals there to die rather than highly trained, highly paid professionals. It was prisoners, people who were condemned in the judicial system, who were given no training, who were given a sword to go out there and whack away at each other. They had no armor. They were meant to kill each other. They weren't the gladiators.
Gladiators may be slaves, and at the beginning they may be prisoners of war, slaves, and they're bought up by the trainer, the lanista. But free citizens also certainly took part as gladiators. And that's something that the Romans themselves found quite hard to understand. Cicero, for instance, says it's really extraordinary that a man can take the gladiator's oath willingly, an oath that says, I bind myself to be whipped with rods and cut with iron if I don't obey you. You may do anything you want with my body. How can a free man voluntarily say that? But they did.
Usually gladiators are prisoners of war, where they are selected for their physical prowess and sent to a special gladiator training center. They can also be slaves who can be sold by their owners to a trainer called a lanista. When the trainer takes the person as a gladiator, that gladiator becomes literally the physical property of that trainer, of that lanista, and the familia, or team you could call it, of gladiators.